I would rather be alive at 40 with 10 cats than be 6 feet under either from being unalived by the child's father or due to pregnancy complications. I will not regret having kids with someone that I am almost guaranteed is going to leave, and I am going to be stuck with the burden of caring for a kid, financially, physically, and emotional.
Look into the non-medical leading causes of death of pregnant women in the U.S. Okay, so this is from Harvard, okay? School of Public Health. Schmamicide, leading cause of death for pregnant women in U.S. Am I shocked? Of course not. Women in the U.S. who are pregnant or have recently given birth are more likely to be unalived than to pass away from obstetric causes. And these are to a deadly mix of intimate partner and pew-pews, according to research from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health. Unaliving passing aways among pregnant women are more prevalent than passing away from hypertensive disorders, hemorrhage, or sepsis. The U.S. has a higher prevalence of intimate partner than comparable countries. Such is often, and it frequently involves pew-pews. They found that from 2009 to 2019, 68% of pregnancy-related unaliving involved pew-pews. That study also found that Black women face substantially higher risks of being killed than white or Hispanic women. I mean, everybody coming for us. You know, this got me thinking, and just ride with me, you know, just take this journey with me. I promise it's all gonna make sense in the end. Like, what is it about pregnancy? What is it about having a child that suddenly turns these dudes violent? And it dawned on me, males see babies as a tool to trap the women that they're with. They know that once a baby is involved, most women are gonna put themselves aside for the benefit of their child. And that means women are more likely to put up with more of your male bullshit because they're thinking about the welfare of their children. And even if a woman decides, you know what, I don't even care, I'm still divorcing this fool, I'm still ending this relationship, I'd rather be a single mother, they know that they will always be tethered to you for the rest of probably your life and definitely the life of that child. So when you get preggers, in their mind, you ain't going nowhere. When they believe that their partner, their wife, their baby mama, their girlfriend isn't going anywhere, that's when they let the mask fall. And for some dudes, too freaking many dudes, that mask was covering a violent core. When you get pregnant, you finally get to see your partner for who he really is. And the truth of the matter is, most of these ain't. Because violence is only the extreme form of this type of behavior. There's so many other abusive, manipulative, problematic behaviors that fall in line with this, that women experience when they get pregnant and that mask falls off.
Now authorities have made an arrest in the death of a pregnant woman who was murdered and set on fire in Northwest Fresno. Her own brother now in custody, accused in the crime. Thanks for joining us for Action News Live at 5. I'm Vanessa Vasconcelos.
And I'm Warren Armstrong. Action News reporter Brittany Jacob is live downtown at the Fresno County Jail tonight with the new and disturbing information on this investigation. Brittany?
Well, good evening, guys. The family members have just confirmed that Nakaya was 8 months pregnant with baby Noah. And
here in Holmes County accused of a double murder and kidnapping. The night the body of Michaela Winston was found, her boyfriend Terrence Sample voluntarily sat for an interview with the lawyer by his side.
And he was questioned about MBI and some of the deputies concerned involvement in this young lady death. Quite naturally, he didn't really answer the question about what he knew about her.
Winston was found dead off of Franklin Road in Holmes County. Authorities say they placed the couple together at the time of her death and charged him with capital murder and kidnapping.
Kept him because we had received some information that he was with her that night around 1 o'clock.
The sheriff says there is still no answer from the suspect on why Michaela and her unborn child were murdered.
He didn't give us a motive because, like I say, he denied having any contact with her. and so we don't really.
Apartment at the Enclave in the White Oak section of Silver Spring Friday had been there at least a month, authorities reported today. They said the fetus she carried was viable at 38 weeks on the day she died. She was 26 years old, but authorities are not releasing her identity until it's confirmed by DNA testing. Police said the discovery at the apartment was both shocking and unexpected. They reported a SWAT team came to the apartment early Friday to arrest 31-year-old Tori Moore, who's accused of killing a convenience store clerk who was shot to death behind the register Thursday afternoon. Montgomery County State's Attorney John McCarthy released the additional details in the case this afternoon.
And this afternoon, first a jury has found a man guilty of murdering a pregnant High Point woman and her unborn child. Hakeem Simmons was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences without the chance of parole. Simmons shot Anastasia Ray in the head back in 2018. Police say she was nearly 8 months pregnant at the time.
Suspect charged in her killing was arraigned today. Action News reporter Katie Castro joins us live from the Exxon station in King of Prussia, where the murder took place. Katie.
And Walter, text messages between the two released by investigators show Tamara Cornelius identified Rafiq Thompson as the father of her unborn child. Investigators also say Rafiq Thompson called and texted her repeatedly in the upcoming days leading to her murder, including sending about 100 text messages one day that Cornelius never responded to.
This is a cold killing of a young woman.
Police say surveillance video shows the chilling moment 38-year-old Rafiq Thompson of Philadelphia pulls the trigger on 31-year-old Tamara Cornelius. The shooting happened while she was pumping gas Friday night at the Exxon gas station on North Gulf Road in King of Prussia. Officials say she was 14 weeks pregnant. Today, investigators have charged Thompson with first-degree murder.
At 4, we're following major developments in 2 murder cases that rocked the Capitol Heights community. Now, you may remember both of these stories from our previous coverage. The first is the murder of Jaylyn Quijones. She was pregnant when she was fatally shot while crossing the street in Capitol Heights back in 2021. Her friend was also shot but survived, as did her unborn child. Today, the shooter, Malik Johnson, was sentenced to 55 years behind bars.
Family is inseparable. The youngest of 5 girls with just one little brother, the 5 living siblings are realizing somehow they're going to have to live without Derica.
I just want my sister back.
Wednesday night, the 29-year-old mother, 4 months pregnant with her second child, was in her car in front of her house at 74th and Vincennes on the city's south side. Her cousin Devontae says she was supposed to be headed to his birthday celebration.
She was all the way to me, but she never made it.
Police say 2 offenders walked up and at least one of them fired several shots into the car. Outside the
Women are in for a lonely future. About 45% of women are expected to be single and childless by 2030. The issue is here the high standards and unrealistic standards these women have for men. And that will be the total demise of any sort of relationship women expect to have in the future.
You all want us to pick better. We are applying standards, boundaries, and expectations, and that's why no one qualifies. And that's okay. Not everyone has to be in a relationship or have kids.
by 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 will be non-married, no kids, single. So you might say, well, what's wrong with that? If you think that you're going to genuinely be fulfilled in life because you made money, best of luck.
Every girl's walking through life thinking they're going to win the lottery and date this top 1% man. He has to be over 6 foot. He has to make over 70K. He has to be attractive. He has to be a chick. What? But see, this is wait. This is the problem. That sounds nice. It sounds nice and it's possible, but it's not probable. It's probably not going to happen.
Not for every woman.
So I'll tell you another stat. Okay, so big banks are investing in things like cat food, wine, because 50% of women are projected to be single and childless over 30. So that means all the girls in this room, half of us will never have kids. And it's also like if you don't get married by 35, your odds of getting married and having a long, stable relationship it's very low.
Men are also in for a lonely future. Who are they going to be sleeping with, themselves or dogs?
These people on TikTok, these young girls on TikTok, who are really just selfish brats that are really young, if they pursue this path, what they'll really wind up as is in their 50s, like Chelsea Handler is, and alone and taking pills to make themselves happy. It's why I talk about feminism as being a trap, modern feminism in this latest iteration as being a trap, because it makes you fundamentally unhappy and alone.
Wow, how original. A conservative political commentator spouting off her uneducated opinions about other women. Hey Candice, just in case you wanted some science to go off, the science backs it up. Unmarried and childless women are the happiest subgroup in the population, and they are more likely to live longer than their married and child-rearing peers, according to a leading expert in happiness. Paul Dolan, a professor of behavioural science at the London School of Economics, said the latest evidence showed that the traditional markers used to measure success did not correlate with happiness, particularly marriage and raising children.